Okay, cool. Retake.
Part 2.
Line.
Alright, hi, welcome. Just want to see how you're doing today. How do you feel?
Doing good. I feel better. I feel like each week I get better and better. So, and better being like, I don't know, just happier with life.
Yeah, like a big improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to hear. So, since it is near the end of your semester, and as I did mention in the beginning, we did have limited amount of time. We do have a couple more sessions after this. Just want to make you aware about that again. So soon we're going to be starting to separate from each other and just start about that process. And I understand that can be very nerve-wracking because we created this relationship and shared a lot of experiences, and that can be a lot. So I just want to know how you're feeling around that area right now.
Definitely a little nervous thinking about like ending, but I also think I'm like in a much better place. So yeah, nervous, but at the same time, like I'm in a good place right now. So, and I know this isn't the last session, so like I'm nervous about the future, but I'm also happy of where we're going and what the progress is. So.
Me too.
I think we're in a good place, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I have seen like a lot of improvements with you, especially towards the end of your high school career coming up soon, and just progress we've done here. So I'm very happy about that. And we also don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 sessions, but I will still be your therapist for those next 2 sessions. But we are going to start transitioning to you not seeing me anymore, or if you did want to continue therapy, I'm more than happy to give you those resources as well.
Okay, yeah. I don't know at this point. I guess I would ask you, do you think I should continue?
Well, what are your thoughts about that?
I feel like I'm in a good place, like I've said, but I'm worried of like reverting back or like struggling again as soon as we're done. So, and we have 2 more sessions, so I mean, like, school is ending. That's a lot to think about, I guess. I haven't fully processed it. Yeah. I guess, do I want more therapy is the question to answer. I think at this point I feel good with where we're at, but maybe again, as I go about processing everything that's gonna happen, like there's a lot of change happening. I'm gonna be done with high school soon.
Mm-hmm.
My mom really hasn't mentioned anything about kicking me out, but I haven't really seen her in a while, so.
Your mom wants to kick you out?
I don't know, I just kind of figured because I'll be 18, I figured out only reason I was still living at home is because I was in high school still, and she felt obligated to support me, so.
Have you had a conversation with your mom about that?
No, I haven't really talked to her in a couple days. So.
Oh, I see. Do you plan on maybe talking to her about that? Like making a plan of what's going to happen after high school with her?
I hadn't really thought about it, but I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. And how would you go about that?
I'd probably try to catch her when she's not busy or leaving the house, but just asking her, I guess, approaching her.
I think that'd be a good start.
Yeah, asking, hey, so I know I'm about to graduate high school and I'm not going to be going to college. How do you, how are we going to move forward?
So it would be a great thing to do, just starting that conversation, see what happens, have that conversation indeed. Alright, so how do you feel about graduating?
Really, really excited, honestly. I know when I first started, I could give a shit. I couldn't care. I could care less. I wasn't looking forward to it. I wasn't excited about it. I honestly was just kind of lost. But yeah, now I'm excited. We talked a lot about friends and family
Mm-hmm.
last time we met. So I'm like excited to kind of start my own chapter and to have, you know, lead up to and eventually have my own place, start my own family, and get some of the things that I like want, you know, taking, I guess, more control.
Taking more control.
In my life.
Have you felt you didn't have a lot of control before?
I guess I would say more control on like a positive note. I just felt like I had control, but like, so for example, like I was, okay, so my mom, for example, like with my mom, I can't control her behavior. I can only control what like I do, but I felt like, it's hard to phrase this. Like I had control, but things weren't going my way, I guess. And so I look forward to having like more positive, like having people in my life that want to be there, and want to be my family and be more than just, you know, financial supporter type of thing. So having, I know I have control, yeah.
So starting to like have the reins on what you can have, what you can establish, and the people you can have in your life.
Exactly. Like I'm forced to kind of live with my mom right now, and to me it's evident that she is not like, she doesn't necessarily like want to be a part of my life.
I see.
So having control in who's around me, I guess, is, yeah.
That'd be great because you can have that, you know, while you're being successful in life and going forward, you're also going to have that support group around you. I'm glad to hear. So now that you're going to graduate, thinking about all those future plans, and your friends as well, like what else has been happening?
I've started looking into like careers and stuff.
Awesome.
Stuff to do outside of school. I've already kind of determined that I don't really want to go to college. There's some stuff online, some trading and like stock type stuff, which is kind of self-learning.
Oh, interesting.
And I've liked so far. I'm not good at it by any means, but I'm interested in kind of exploring that as like a future career. And then while I'm doing that, having just kind of some stationary job working for, you know, a business, or I haven't put much thought into that, but I know that I want to do on the side. I'm like very intrigued about like crypto markets, cryptocurrency trends, and with that, I've started to look into stocks now too. So I think I want to do that as like kind of a side gig and grow an experience. And I feel like in a few years I could potentially like use that to be my main source of income, but like starting slow. So I really like that. I've already started like investing a little bit, but it's very little money, $50, $100 type of thing is what I've invested so far, and it's been good. I haven't really, I still have yet to talk to my like family. I know last time we talked about maybe reaching out to them. I know me and my dad are supposed to go like get lunch, and I think we agreed on next Thursday, around 1 or something.
I see. How do you feel about that?
Excited.
Excited?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, like, yeah, I feel like there's growth to happen there. So I'm started to develop like a more optimistic mindset and not holding as many grudges, I guess. And so I'm more willing and open to this experience than I have been in the past. And so I'm a little nervous because I kind of want to, I want to discuss some of these things, some of the things that like we've never talked about. So I'm nervous to see how that goes, but at the same time, like, I think it could be start to a better relationship.
sounds like a lot of new beginnings, fresh starts are coming up.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. So I was like, I don't know what I want to do with us going forward. I feel like therapy's like helped me kind of process and just lay it out there, all these different thoughts and things that are going on.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's helpful. It's been helpful, and I'm gonna have even more of that. And I don't know if I like have what it takes just yet to do it on my own, but like I feel capable of doing that. So
That's good. I do want to reiterate that although we only have a few sessions left, that afterwards I sadly cannot continue to be the therapist by contract, but I can help transition you to another therapist if you'd like, and I'd still be with you in that process going forward.
you wouldn't be able to.
Sadly, no.
No.
No, but I do have a lot of other colleagues and people that I know from other sites, so outside, from the school setting, that can definitely help you with, continuing forward in your future life.
I feel like that changes things.
A little bit, yeah, sadly.
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts about that?
Starting over. We've gotten close and but I guess I know it's part of your job, so it's not like you're doing it on purpose.
No.
Yeah. It's just been like a pattern in my life, so it does suck. Getting close and then that person kind of leaving, so.
Yeah, I would like to self-disclose that when I was younger too, I kind of been through a similar situation by going by therapist to therapist, and that's one reason why I wanted to be a therapist too, was to help people like you who, like I used to be, just transition better into someone else too, because I've had honestly some rough starts too, and I completely understand, like, oh my gosh, I have to do this all over again. I have to restart and regurgitate everything that I've been through. But I do also want to affirm to you that we're not going to be repeating stories again. I can update your case file with the next therapist and have her be aware of everything, as well as even sit with the first session or two of introduction as well to help with that flow.
That's reassuring. I like that, yeah. I'm like more leaning towards not continuing therapy after, but
That's all up to you.
yeah, like I said, it's something that I need to think about.
Yeah, and if you do decide to continue or not continue, regardless, we are gonna create some plans for you as well because we did make some really good progress, and I'm happy to see that, and just continue to see what we can do, like with your anxiety, just have those plans out, as well as how we're able to think more in the present rather than the past as well. So those would be the last sessions moving forward.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts now?
Something you had said had like reminded me about like something we talked about a while. We haven't talked about it in a while. The performance anxiety, like it's still there. I don't know, been very determined. Being determined has helped to get better grades. I finally got that D that I had to just a C.
Yay.
To 71%, but it still works.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear. Congratulations.
Exactly. I had a bunch of like missed assignments that I guess word got around to the teachers that I was like really trying hard to kind of boost my grade, and so a lot of the teachers, when I approached them about like making up work and missed work, like they gave me lots of opportunities to kind of make it up. So
that's awesome.
that was awesome.
Yeah. Now look at you. Look at you. You're gonna walk.
Yeah.
Do you plan on walking?
I don't know.
It's up to you, honestly. I walked. My brother didn't.
Oh.
We still got the diploma, right?
Yeah.
So it's really up to you.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Thought about walking. Yeah, I probably will walk.
You should, yeah.
Maybe with some of the classmates.
Yeah. You'll be walking with your friends and your professors and teachers and everything. That'd be really cool.
That does sound cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a time to celebrate, especially all the hard work you've done, like putting yourself back out, putting those grades up. Like, I can't imagine the amount of assignments you probably had. Because I'm recalling when I kind of been through something similar with one of my courses before. And it just reminded me, just like, I had like a pile like this big, I had to like refix. So I can definitely.
It was a lot of that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Luckily,
for
a
sure.
lot of stuff was like on Chromebooks, but
Oh, nice. You guys have Chromebooks?
yeah, in the classroom, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of assignments are in our Google Classroom and stuff. So I would just do what we did for the day, and then I would, make up as much as I could. As much as in all opportunities, I just kept making up assignments. But it was similar. It was loads of. I didn't turn in assignments for like 5 months. 4
Oh my
months.
goodness, I can imagine the pilage.
Yeah.
But hey, you got through, just imagine looking back to when you got through those 5 months in the span of how many sessions? Like a couple weeks now? That's amazing. That just shows how much you can do and get done at that time. And that makes me really happy to hear.
Yeah, I wanted to. Like
you
I said, I kind of wanted to go strive for what I wanted. So.
And you got it.
Exactly.
Well, what kind of like words can we put in that feeling right now?
Emotions,
Emotions.
excitement, rewarding. I'm so happy with myself. Like I don't know. I didn't think it was possible. When I started, I was like, all right, each day was kind of like, it was kind of one step at a time. So I'm like super proud of myself, like motivated to keep pushing. And that's kind of like, this work ethics kind of led me down to where I am now, trying to kind of learn this whole new thing online that is difficult, but I'm liking it, and I really feel like it'll pay off. So, yeah, other than like happy, excited, I wish I had a chart of like other words I could read. I feel like I say the same ones, but yeah, happy, excited, amazed at myself, and pushing through. Perseverance.
Perseverance, yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of like optimism, perseverance, and those two feelings can definitely coincide together and make a lot of things happen.
I really feel, I agree with you. Like when I was playing sports, I had those same things. So it's very interesting to like lose myself for a little bit, I guess, and then to come back and it be like the same pillars I'm leaning on for success, but in such a different manner. And so, I completely agree. Like the perseverance, the optimism, the determination, like those things that I've like rekindled in myself have like propelled me, and feels good.
Feels good. Yeah, I always find that interesting how you did bring up how you've had those feelings before in sports. And then when we lost that sport and we mourned that sport, we didn't feel that again. But now moving forward, staying in the present, looking towards the future, you put those into perspectives of what can I do now to put that back in. So now moving forward, how else can we do that? Because we are, not going to continue study soon. So how else can we put that in our works?
Making sure that for me anyways, making sure that I'm doing the things. Well, one is doing things that make me happy, but also doing the things that'll support me in life. So whether that be going to college, which I already kind of decided at this point I don't really want to, but like, finding a career avenue that will help me achieve or support the lifestyle that I want to live, and using those kind of ideals to persevere me in that. So like, what I've been the way I've taken that now is I've kind of invested some of those mindsets into this potential of making a career out of trading stocks, trading crypto. I know it just sounds like luck, but there's a lot of research you can do on companies, on coins, and on trends within the market, and making predictions about future trends and investing depending on certain areas. So I'm still new, I'm still beginning. I've learned a little bit, I feel like, but I'm like really motivated. So now that I've finished catching up in school, there's not too much of school assignments and things left. We're kind of fizzling out towards graduation now. I've like invested a lot of my own personal time into like researching those markets, and like I'm optimistic about that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people doubting me, but
There's people doubting you. Who
yeah,
is it?
well, there's certain like, I don't want to say like an individual person, but like I don't know. I just feel like my mom hasn't doubted me. It's not her, but like just people at school, friends, you know, people that are going to college that are questioning why I'm not going to college, questioning why I think that this could be you know, oh, you need to go get a degree and stuff, and I don't feel that's necessarily true. So teachers that, you know, want me to try and go to college, and I just tell them that that's not for me and I want to do this. So I use that as motivation too. It's not, it's not on a personal level, like I'm not hurt by it or anything like that, so.
I think you know what's best for you, and that's good. I'm really glad to hear that. Especially since you said you already made like what, $57 already?
Yeah, well,
Wow.
I invested 50, I'm at 100 and
Wow, oh my goodness.
103, I think. So yeah, like it's like 53, 54 bucks. It's,
Wow.
yeah, started slow. Yeah, I can't believe I've even made this, but yeah.
If I did that and I didn't even have the research you had, I probably just made like negative a penny.
That's funny, yeah.
Yeah, so good for you. Honestly, I'm really glad to hear that. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, we are nearing the end of the session, and I'm really glad to hear that everything's going up from here. And just being aware that, you know, the last few sessions, we're going to start doing that planning and exit. So just keep that in mind. And also, just to also bullet point the last things we talked about too, and specifically we can focus on is that conversation with your mother about what are we doing moving forward.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. That's right.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. So next week we'll probably discuss that, because I think that'll be really coming up soon, because you'll be graduating in like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if
it's like the end of May, so I still have like a month in a week, but yeah, it flies by. It's
really
been
does,
flying
yeah.
by, yeah.
So whether it goes well, we'll go from there, or if it doesn't go well, on the other hand, we'll still go from there, and I'll be able to give you resources as well as to what we can do if your mom does end up kicking you out, because that is a serious situation. So with, you know, my clinic here, we can definitely support you in that as well.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Alright, well, see you next week.
See you in a week.